The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bears will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Western Kentucky's offense has the ball first today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, better look out. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Creates a little space. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
They'll try the outside to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Making side adjustments here. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Meyer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltoppers can really attack on this 2nd and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
He'll pull it down. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
And the Hilltoppers have moved it inside the 20. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, WKU. A great catch and run for 6.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays, maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's take a moment and think Missouri State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
Here goes. Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Give to the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's loose on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Missouri State offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Rice came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Houston had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Just how patient do you want to be if you're on offense now, too? Now, facing another 4th down. You punted the first one. You're trailing early in this game. You start feeling like you got to score touchdowns if you want to keep up. They might decide to stay aggressive here.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. The Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of him.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's got an open man. Touchdown Bears! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the...
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Toppers.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Bear offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it along the sideline. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Snap from the gun on third down. He's got him. Oh, what a cut. Crosses the 45. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Caught over the middle. It's Gore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Bears are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll throw on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Punt is in the air. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. And I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
He's got it down the right side. He's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, WKU.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Missouri State offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
It's complete to the right. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
That last completion sets him up on second down.
Get set, get set. Reload.
Wants to go up top. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wide open downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
First down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Missouri State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Hilltoppers in the hurry-up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
From the gun, running back on the move. Nice move to pick up yardage. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of running room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
That is a tough one to take, to get an explosive play like that and have it wiped out by a penalty. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's loose. The tag. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Missouri State offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the second quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half.
And the Hilltoppers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Bear offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, And that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Breaks into the open. Powers through. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance to get points. Now they turn the football over. But if I'm this defense, I'm ready to roll. I got them in the black zone. They got to go the length of the field, see if I can go make something happen and get this ball back to my offense.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The give to the back. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on.
There he goes. The 30. The 10. Touchdown Toppers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. If they take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score, there is no end in sight for these guys.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The give on the option. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Get set, get set.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. The Bears decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. Running into the open space. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get outside. Creates a little room. Turning it on. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down.
Cricket.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone.
Come on, set.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Missouri State offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
At the 6-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Pittsburgh has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. They're trailing by 18 to Boston College. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. At the 20, he's got space. Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Hilltoppers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Nice move to keep running. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Second down coming up.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Uncorks one. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
They'll move the tight end. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dumps it to the back. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. All right, guys, let's talk just a little about Missouri State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But, Palmer, it's the body of work.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Bears line up to punt it away.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
The RPO, it's complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Pulls and fired complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Bear offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
On the set. Fire.
From the gun. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Real power running by this guy as he banged his way to the 24. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Green 25.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bears will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard. All the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost